Hip Hop 1212. This is the Button Pusher representing Grind City TV Network Roku, and you're tuned in to It's Yours Radio with legendary interviews, classic music, hosted by Donni-Oh and J Mo. So much jump, I'm not worried cause I don't get whacked, and you wouldn't believe how hard I max. School's in session, I'm about to teach, versatile with a style that you just can't reach. Lesson number 1, first right aim, you shouldn't do things to degrade my name. Your records won't sell cause the people won't buy them, and sucker MCs like chicken, I fry them. I started with the smash, I'ma leave with a bang, and to put it to your belly, MCs can't hang. Your boys and your family will be grieving your death, weeping while they're sweeping up the pieces I left. You can come all alone and bring all your boys, but if you knew what I knew, then you kill that noise.
Yo, Shan, I didn't hear you say hip-hop started in the bridge in your record.
I didn't. They wanted to get on the bandwagon because I so fly, girls can't resist, but a man can understand, so he gets pissed like a preacher at work where she hurt, I'll heal her. I'll leave you sleep and believe I'll steal her. My mama used to say, be a ladies' man. I used to always wonder why she named me Shan. Not hard to pronounce, easy to spell, and oh how I love it when the ladies yell. A man better chill when my jacket's unzipped. I got a 25 with an 8-shot clip. You're saying to yourself that's a BB gun, but the place that I'ma shoot you, it'll just take one. I rip you into parts, little pieces and specs. You'll be saying to yourself what could happen next. This jam is dedicated to you and your boys, but if you knew what I knew, then you could kill that noise.
It's Donni-Oh and J Mo. It's Yours Radio, live 97.5.
It's Yours Radio, live 97.5. Everything Urban Breakfast Club in the morning. Ryan Banks at night. Special edition. It's Yours Radio, and it's the Legends edition. Of course, that's where we pay homage to the legends and pay homage to those who paved the way, the pioneers, and none other than Queensbridge legend, hip-hop legend, cultural legend, music legend, MC Shan. What's good, brother?
I woke up this morning, and so did you. So we good.
All right. For sure, man. You know, to be on this side of the dirt, that's a blessing in itself.
Of course.
Word up.
On the other side of the dirt, I'm being in that position as a mud bath.
Indeed. So you with the fam, chilling with the fam today, huh?
Yeah, I'm out in Panama City, out and doing vacation and whatnot. I done took the RV out of my yard and bring it to Florida.
Word, that's dope. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking out a little bit of time to get away from the fam and come chop it up with us, man. We appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, bro.
I appreciate y'all for even taking and considering me as somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, my records was 30 years ago, and it's like a blessing in 2021. So, what talk to me? What?
Yeah.
Nigga, let's go. Excuse me for saying that. I forgot we on FCC better than
for sure. But look,
yeah.
Before we went on, you know, the show before us, everybody was like, yo, everybody waiting for Shan. So, you know, we're on Facebook Live, we're on YouTube, and we're also on Mixcloud, and everybody like, yo, can't wait to hear that shit.
I'm glad that I didn't disappoint them.
Nah, not at all.
Because when I got that answering machine, I told the answering machine, I said, this is Shan calling, and I'm getting ready to take my kids back to the beach. And catch you next time.
Well, we know the kids come before anything, so we appreciate that, brother, for sure.
I appreciate y'all for even, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know. If you follow my Instagram, MC Shan1, you see that that's all I'm really about. I don't really care for grown-ups. Grown-ups are stupid.
Yeah, well, and you know what? And they prove it time and time again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know? But, yeah, man, let's take it back, man, because what we do, we, again, like to get kind of bridge the gap because we have a lot of young listeners, and we try to bring the legends on. And this was Legends Edition, and we couldn't do it without having one of the pioneers. You pioneered this. You know what I'm saying? I could have, you know what I'm saying?
Boy, I helped pioneer.
Come on, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, man, let's just take...
I don't claim to be a superstar or nothing like that, but
right.
I was there when the first joints were cut.
You did, for sure. But see, that's the beauty of it, though. That you can't take away what you did. You know what I'm saying? What you did was historical, and that can't be taken. That's like being in the Hall of Fame. Once you're in the Hall of Fame, you can't take that away. You know what I'm saying? Look,
let me tell you, they trying, though. You never noticed any of them hip-hop pictures where they got all the artists on it, right?
Right.
I only see one Kango, and it ain't mine.
Yeah, true that.
It's my brother. It's my brother LL Cool J's, and I'm like, nigga, hey, what?
Yeah, you right.
So,
you right. They
they
can't go
tryna-
too.
They trying to erase me in a certain way, but when history come back, it's gonna be come back to bite them in their booty one time.
Yeah.
Like, y'all didn't tell us about this guy. He was murdering all of you, including Chris. He called Chris out in 2021 like 90 million times, and Mr. Hip Hop never answered him back. He's scared.
Hold that. Listen, hold.
He's scared.
Shan, hold that tight because we're gonna talk about that one. Hold that tight. Hold that right there. We'll park that one right there. But let's take it all the way back, man, because, again, for the youth, for those who are, what they call the millennials, we like to, give them some history and bring cats on that laid down the foundation like yourself. So let's talk about what got you into rhyming. What made you want to get into, rhyming and getting into music?
Well, it was something that we did, like playing baseball in the projects back then. Before it was a major sport, like everybody out here getting money. We used to do this for free on the park benches. You know what I'm saying? And what sparked me to do it was Roxanne Shante, because I was nice. I was the nicest one on the benches, but Roxanne got a record. What? It made me say, I gotta write Marley Scratch. And I wrote Marley Scratch, and I went and seen Marley, and then Shante took me on tour, and the rest is history.
So
you know, and you got to imagine, I'm running with Roxanne Shante when she was at the height of everything.
Yeah, indeed.
7.5 the class by itself.
Good evening to your super listeners. How you doing tonight, all you fly guys and fly girls? Welcome once again to the world famous Mr. Magic Rapper Jack, and of course I am Sir Juice, your host for the next 3 hours as we kick off 30 minutes of non-stop music. Turn the boxes up, it's big fun in the big town.
One jam that you do not start no fight. Cause that is one thing that we all must see done. And if you start some shit, your ass will have to run. If you was in all the ladies in the house say ah. All the fellas in the house say rock, the boogie down. Now throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you're from the Bronx, then you know you dare. Let me hear you say, oh yeah. Say, oh yeah.
This just comes from years of bitterness, abuse, drug abuse, and bitterness don't mix.
I gotta start it out like Marley did. But check this out. This is what I want y'all to know. This is not a beef which people are trying to take it to and, make it what is something that it's not. And as far as to address Marley now, because I'm just not gonna let people say anything about me. As far as him saying that I'm not from Queensbridge, and I'm not Queensbridge, this is my birth certificate, okay? You understand? And what does it say on the bottom of there? It says 4008 10th Street. 4008 10th Street. I'm a third generation from Queensbridge. You understand? I'm third generation. You dig what I'm saying? But like I'm saying to y'all, this series that I'm doing is not to downgrade anybody. I can't take nothing away from Marley as a producer. Yes, he's a great producer. He knows what he's doing. I learned how to produce from him. You dig what I'm saying? And as far as you want to sit back and talk about drug use and this and that, you introduced me to crack cocaine. And if you're going to sit there and assassinate my character, why not add yourself to the mix? Because most of the time while I was sitting there sniffing and smoking cocaine, you were sniffing and smoking cocaine with me. So why don't you address that issue and don't just try and put it on me and try and say bitterness and drug use and blah, blah, blah. Because on that note, all I can say to you is, I'm not bitter about Cold Chillin' because I produced one of the greatest albums ever. Went #1 in 7 countries at one time. Did more numbers than anything that Marley Marl has ever done. But I'm not, like I'm saying, I'm not downgrading I'm not assassinating his character, but I'm just addressing things that I feel need to be addressed to these younger artists that are coming up so that their story doesn't become my story 25 years later. And even with all the drug use, I'm still flyer than you. You know what I'm saying? And this is not a beef thing. This is just me trying to set the record straight and educate the youth that are coming out and doing their music, because there's some things that you need to know. Now, don't just be concentrated on, oh, I'm going in the booth, and I'm going to be an artist. You need to take care of your business. Handle your business end of the music. For the simple fact that there's going to be people out there that everybody is not your friend. You see what I'm saying? So now here we go 20 years later, and you say, oh, nobody was getting paid. I can show an example of certain things. This right here came out 2007. I think it was 2007. All right? This one here came out 2010. Whose name is on it? Marley Marl. Marley Marl. So you can't say that I'm just being bitter. I'm telling truths. I didn't get paid for this. They're all on the internet, and I'm just letting it be known because I think that these are facts that need to be known. You know, so if anybody thinks that I'm trying to bring a beef about this, is not nothing about beef. What I'm doing right now has nothing to do with that cat right here. See that cat right here? Has nothing to do with him. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to go on tour together in April over in England. You think that I'm going to let this little internet stuff stop me from getting money? Oh, nah. I'm going to definitely be on the same tour and the same buses and everything that Marley Marl is.
And so you and Marley, are y'all related?
We're related by marriage, but that's, you know what I'm saying? But all the beef that people think that me and Marley had over the years, it's been squashed. It's been, you know, that was just me talking as an immature young child, not understanding the things that went on in business, blaming everybody for my non-doing this and non-doing that. But as you grow older, your brain changes, and you start realizing that you don't have to put your things on other people. It's your fault. Because if anything, if I thought anything, I could have stepped off and did something somewhere else. Yeah. So I can't blame anybody for what is or what isn't. It's my fault.
But also, but at the same time, in your defense, though, I mean, y'all cats were young coming up, so y'all was still growing and learning the business as you were going on. You know, there was no blueprint to what y'all was doing, you know?
It wasn't, and that's what I say. We took the bumps and the bruises so that people nowadays, when you go ahead and do your show, it's mandatory and standard practice for you to get your half of your money up front and the other half soon as you touch down. Because we've been jerked along the way so many times. You know what I'm saying? The first jerk we ever got was from Luke Skywalker. Uncle Luke took us down to Florida, right? And then he made the police shut the damn skating ring down, and they ran off with all the money. But he ain't know we had a friend knew where his mama lived.
Oh,
so we went to Luke's mama house like, "Yo, Luke, what's up?" But he still kept money.
So
but we got home, but it was because back then it was People Airlines. People Airlines was like the bus. You just get on it and pay while you in the air. You know what I'm saying? So we got on the plane like we had money enough for 13 people.
So,
we had it when we got back to New York, but we didn't have it in Florida. And so we got on the plane, and you know how you act like you sleep and you point your finger, see the next man back?
Right.
We did that all the way till it got to Mr. Magic.
So did Luke ever break you off, man?
No, he ain't never break us off, but we all good though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just That's just learning experience. Luke wasn't even Luke Skywalker yet. He was Luke Skywalker, ghetto DJ.
Yeah.
The thing that you see Luke have going on right now, this was well before he established that.
So what year we talking about around? What year? Around what year we talking about with that situation?
You don't never heard I smoked a lot of crack? I can't put them years together. I just know what was.
Man, stop. I used to hear that back in the day. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, Shan ain't do that.
I'm telling you straight to your ears right now. Ain't no shame in the game. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can't be ashamed of things that you have done. Everything that I've done made me who I am now.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Indeed. And if anybody still want to get on that Chris bandwagon and keep calling me crackhead, well, guess what? I'm sitting out here in my crackhead RV on somebody's crackhead RV camp in crackhead Panama City, taking my kids to the beach all week. And I rented a daggone one of them stupid golf carts that if I paid for it another week, I could have bought my own. That's what a crackhead could do nowadays in 2021.
I was about to say, hey, listen, I don't know no crackheads around my way that's doing that.
Look, this is what I'm saying. What I mean? And they want to call Chris the teacher. I teach every day. Wow. You done turned out to be the student, son. I'm the teacher. I teach men I teach black men, this is how you deal with your children. This is, if you got children, this is the way you're supposed to. Because anybody that follows my Instagram, they would know that I'm basically about my children and making sure that they're having a good time and they're not growing up the same way that I did with the same ambitions that I had to be the greatest thief in America.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, because, you know, it's about us taking them down a path that's different and that's better. We want them to be better than us. You know what I'm saying?
I just told a man that today. He said, oh, yeah. I said, I don't want them to be like me. I want them to be better than me.
Indeed. We're talking about Chris real quick. This for the youngins, man, because they got these little beefs and these little hip hop, beefs or whatever. But what y'all did, man, that was like you talking about South Bronx and the bridge. If the bridge is over, all that during that time was so monumental and so instrumental that it was a time in hip hop where you had to earn your stripes. Today, cats just rhyme. They got a little beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Back then, you had to have skill.
They got a gold watch on, and they got a few chains, and people think they the bomb.
Right.
That's what it is. But I don't want any of the young listeners to sit here and think just because I'm talking about Chris that it's any animosity between us.
Right.
This was the game of hip-hop, the way it was, where you could talk about a man, say whatever, and you ain't got to worry about watching your back. You ain't got to worry that, Shan said this about Chris and Chris said this.
Because I don't see a lot of MCs then or today, like LL never really, you was calling LL out, like, yo, you bit my style. He never answered you.
He never did. They don't know that. But see, he wasn't in the gladiator school we came from. He was too big. Yeah, whatever you do.
Right.
Whatever that is.
Right.
Never answered. But you, on the other hand, is a gladiator, battle ready, battle scarred, and I'm still ready. We still got one more song to do.
We got one more song we got to do together. We've been trying.
Oh, look, every time I give you my number, you give me your business manager number, something like that.
You know what?
I'm saying it was when y'all.
No, I'm gonna hit you for real. Every time
you act like I'm gonna call you off the hook like yo, Chris.
I give you my personal numbers, and my wife changes the numbers. I'm gonna give you the real shit, which is not even a number. not even a number. I'm gonna come to you.
You know I live out here, right?
I know you do. And
all right.
I'm gonna come straight to the crib. This is
y'all heard this?
See, wait a minute, get this on camera real quick, okay? Because I had the same problem with Marley.
Oh, you had a problem with him too?
Well, Marley, we just did the album.
I know.
Okay. But Marley was, but he was saying the same thing. My numbers changed and et cetera, et cetera. So I had to go to his house. When I got to his house, we recorded a full-length album. Now I'm gonna get to your house.
And we're gonna record a
full-length album.
He said it, I did.
I do albums like singles. So we could get in there and get it started. I've been wanting to do this album for ages.
Me too. No, I'm still ready, yo. Because if you wouldn't have made that stupid record, we wouldn't be in history right now.
Kill that noise!
South Bronx! Kill that noise! Yo, see, but this is just a lesson to all of those out there, Chris, you know what I'm saying? That they don't have the idea that, yo, you can do this on record and you can still sit on the same couch together and laugh about it and joke about it.
So for 30 years, Chris been talking about he been beating me. He destroyed me, right? Mm-hmm. So now, in 2021, I'm like, let's go versus, shorty.
Yeah.
I've been calling Chris out for the past 6 months to the point where I don't even want to call you out no more, man. And you can't ever talk about me anymore on anything because anybody that's knowledgeable and knows, they'll tell him to shut up. That boy, my man been calling you out for 6 months to do a versus, and you won't take his challenge. And I made it simple because you got 24 albums. Oh, nobody who was got. He done changed the rule. If you don't got 24 albums, you can't rhyme with me. Well, 24 albums of quality and quantity are two different things. Wow. Okay. I've got 3 albums, and I'll still stand up against you because my verbiage was way better than yours. Always have been.
Well,
and I'm going to say this. Chris was the first swagger jacker in hip-hop. Because if you listen to the bridge and you listen to that South Bronx record, it's exactly a mimic, a duplicate of the bridge. Now, if you go back to a song called 1241, Success is the Word by Chris, they wouldn't even let him say his name on the record. That's how wack he was. But now, Success is the Word. If you listen to that, Chris didn't rhyme like he rhymes now. So what Chris did was stole my whole style and ran with it for his whole career. But what he didn't recognize is when I did Pioneer This and anything after that, I hit Nitro on him, and he just couldn't understand the verbiage and the way I was spitting it. Because Chris still rhymes like he rhymes on the bridge or South Bronx. You know what I'm saying? To this day. And that's a style you stole from me.
Wow. So how did that all start, though, back in the, how did all
Because of hip-hop was hip-hop. You didn't take offense to somebody saying something about you or against you in hip-hop. You went and you wrote a record, and you battled them. But, see, Chris always said, so I killed Shan in a battle. But to give all the people the common knowledge, me and Chris never battled. Only way we ever got, in that light in any kind of a battle-y situation was the Sprite commercial, which I whipped you there, too. Whoop, whoop, sound the alarm, and the bridge says Spice the bomb. Blowing up the spot like I was Nitro Gliss. Now, who's supposed to knock me out position? Chris?
All right, fellas, no rhyme below the belt. Whoop, whoop, sound the alarm, and the bridge said Spice the bomb. Blowing up the spot like I was Nitro Gliss. And who's supposed to knock me out position? Chris?
KRS-One comes with strike 2 when Shan is through. Second strike, Shan sees triple sprites within his eyesight. At strike 3, lyrical verse dispersed to obey your third.
Come on, man.
That was me.
And then he came with some whack rhyme after that. And now I'm going to show you how he can't count either. He said, KRS-One comes with strike 2 when Shan is through. Second strike, Shan sees triple sights within his eyesight. Where's strike 1, Chris?
Yo, hey, it is what it is.
But listen, I don't want anybody to think, because these new kids, they think different. They think, he's talking crap. Chris going, no, he's not.
Right.
Because this is just what they either step your game up and challenge me to this versus and stop saying you don't have 24 albums. I don't need 24 albums to do you, son.
Who has 20? But honestly, though, who has 24 albums? You know what I'm saying?
Who has 24 albums and ain't rich as Dickens?
Right. He's gonna be battling himself. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. You riding your own wave, shorty.
Right.
You stroke. Look, you and the Temple of Hip Hop are stroking your ego. I still say you suck, Chris, and I hope somebody tells him this. And I've said it 1,000 times on Instagram. You suck, Chris.
That's what I want to see. And what do you think about? And I saw that the Locks and Dipset, they're doing the verses next. What you think about that?
Look, that verses ain't even the same no more. Now they done sold it to a conglomerate. It's not like the same. It's like when BET was black owned. That was different. But now that it's owned by Viacom, well, last time I checked, it was owned by Viacom, right?
Yeah.
Which is not, that doesn't have anything to do with our, you know what I'm saying? So these versus battles that they putting on right now, if I would have did it with Chris in the beginning, it would have been authentic. And now all of those look a lot, just like Rock Nation. Jay-Z sold all these cats to Rock Nation, right? Or signed all these cats to Rock Nation, right?
Mm-hmm.
He sold it. Now, guess who owns all of them folks?
Who?
Who you think owns it?
The man, white man.
Thank you.
White
So
man.
who you think sold a bunch of niggas out? Excuse me for saying it that way. Y'all could beep it. It got a 3-minute delay. Jay-Z sold a lot of people out. And I'm not mad at, I ain't worried about him being, everybody jumped on his word gentrify.
Uh-huh.
They didn't even know what gentrify means. Gentrify means you fix your hood and give it to another person. And Jay-Z was the one that made y'all do it. And then he signed y'all all the Rock Nation, and then he sold it to those same folks we talking about. But that's the way of business. You can't get out that water. You can't be mad. You can't be mad at what, I'm saying? That's the way of business, period.
Yeah.
But now think all the suckers that went, I'm going to be up underneath Jay. I'm going to be up underneath Jay. And ain't nothing, listen, I ain't hating on the man because he got what he got. That's what you do. I ain't starving. I'm not millions and millionaire, but I ain't starving. I'm living my life the way I want, uninhibited.
Indeed.
I get up tomorrow and I don't want to go nowhere. I don't go nowhere. If I go somewhere tomorrow, I go somewhere. I ain't got to ask nobody. I don't need permission. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't have the tax problems he got. But the freedom he has, I got that. And so does everybody else.
Yeah, indeed. Talk about the Juice Crew real quick because, man, that was one of the dopest collections we've ever seen in hip-hop. Lyrically, everything. Y'all had it all. You know what I'm saying?
Except unity.
Really? Okay, speak on that. What do you mean?
We, as in everything. See, the only ones that was raised. Wait, your crab is in my pocket. I'm putting it back. See, all of me, Shante, Craig, we always grow up together. You know what I'm saying? So we're a different. Stop it. We're a different type of family than move. Because you messing up my interview. We're a different type of family than with Kane and them. All right, Biz, he came in first, and he bringing Kane and Swan and all of them. But my thing is, the Juice Crew that you can ask what the real story is, Kane and none of them know the story because they wasn't there. You dig what I'm saying? They're Juice Crew, but they're so much later that they couldn't even sit back and even talk about nothing Juice Crew as far as Shante and Shan and Marley and how the Juice Crew got started. You know what I'm saying? They just people that came along and we got along together. We like friends and family and all of that stuff. But I guess I'm going to blow whatever we got because, like I said, BET and all, I don't mess with all of that. They're conglomerates of the white man now. Excuse me for saying it that way.
Nah, it is what it is. So G-Rap. So G-Rap.
Kane is trying to do something with BET, and they're going to be like, Shan said so-and-so. I don't want to do nothing with y'all sucking anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not down with whatever they got going on. That's y'all thing. Y'all do y'all, I'll do me. And if I don't get nothing out of it, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't make a Juice Crew story without Shan. You can't make a Juice Crew story without Shante. So if I tell you I ain't doing this, you got to make it something else because it's not going to be authentic.
So
you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. So why won't you
and
on the
if you
symphony?
ain't paying me like I need to be paid, I'm definitely going to tell you screw you because I don't need the money right now.
Yeah, I can dig it. So why weren't you on the symphony? That was one
because I knew that Marley was going to say, like Marley Scratch. I made that. I didn't get paid for that. And so I was up on the game now. Okay, y'all want Marley want us to go make a tape. It turned out to be the symphony. So when we left, we was shooting the Marley in Control album. The Marley in Control album cover where he's in the airplane.
Yeah, because you on the joint. I see you in the joint.
If it was not for me not going, Master Ace wouldn't have a career right now. Because I'll tell you what, if I would have showed up, you think that I was going to cut my bars short to let some new guy get on? No. You think Kane and them was going to cut their bars short? So if I would have showed up, Ace wouldn't be who Ace is right now. Ace would be just whatever he was. But that's the way it was.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ace is, to me, Ace is not Juice Crew like the rest of the Juice Crew. He's a Juice Crew in a different way. Now, if you listen to Ace and Ace says, Juice Crew, nah, but we still rock together, that's a falseness. because I don't rock with people that ain't Juice Crew. And I remember that line. I'm never going to forget that line. So for me to sit here and claim Ace is Juice Crew, I'm going to tell y'all what he said his damn self. Ace said, Juice Crew, nah, but we still rock together, so stop calling him Juice Crew.
Oh, yeah, that was on
He told y'all himself, he ain't Juice Crew, so keep his name out the mouth. And I don't care if you hear that, because you said it yourself. Juice Crew, nah, but we still rock together. I ain't rock with you, yo, because I don't do that. If you wasn't Juice Crew short, we wasn't rocking, we was battling.
It's Yours Radio, live 97.5, everything Urban Breakfast Club in the morning, Ryan Banks at night. Legends edition, we got the legend, the pioneer, MC Shan in the building on the live line. And, man, we just went through a lot of history. We talking Juice Crew. We went through the KRS battles and just a lot of things, man, that Shan put out there. A lot of cats didn't know about. Well, you know now. So, man,
Look, but you also should know that I produced Informer with Snow.
Oh, for sure. Classic joint. Yeah, definitely.
Informer, right, which gave me more money than hip-hop ever gave me.
Wow.
So when I sit back and look at the things that I have, it's not thanks due to hip-hop. You know what hip-hop give you titles like legendary. Hip-hop give you titles like nice and ill, but they don't give you the money. You dig what I'm saying? I made my money off of other things.
Yeah.
I don't attribute anything that I have to hip hop except saying, "Oh, you're a legend and you did this record." Hip hop don't pay you. If any of you out here are getting into hip hop, get that money that they paying right now, because way more than we had, and get the hell out.
How'd you hook up with Snow? How did it happen?
I was going to the weed spot. I'm telling you the truth. I was going to the weed spot, and his DJ came up to me and said, "Yo, Shan, I got a white reggae artist, and he can do sing reggae." I told him, "Man, shut up. Get out of my face, dude." And 2 weeks later, he came back down with Snow. And when Snow said that, "Informer, you know, said, I just know me, I'm going to blame." I said, "Whoa, we going to the studio right now." We went to the studio right then, and that's what paid me. Now, in 2019, Daddy Yankee remade that. Daddy Yankee is a big superstar artist. That thing went 41 times platinum. So a song that I did in 1993 in 2019 came back around, lightning struck twice. And so I'm sitting here in somebody's RV park in my RV that I own outright, no payments, no nothing, you know, and none of this is from hip-hop. So what I tell these people with this hip-hop, if you get that money, get out. Get that money. Don't sit there and think that this hip-hop career, if you look at old school artists, once you get past a certain thing, they say your brand is done. So don't think that. Look at Nas. Nas is a businessman right now, but Nas put out a record, yo. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like everybody gonna go put. Nas is old school to these young kids now.
Right. Yep.
You dig what I'm saying? So what did he do? He took his money and he went invested in other things because he foresaw. He looked at Shan. Ooh. Oh no, like Geisha 305 would say. Oh no. You know?
Yeah.
And he put his money where it belongs. And so if any of y'all out here get that chance, don't think that, oh, this hip-hop game is going to love you. Hip-hop is like a woman that don't love you anymore. She will spit you out and wouldn't care whatever happens to you. Happens to you because she got whatever she needed out of you, and that's it for you. You done.
Yeah. That's real. Right. Before we let you go, though, we got a couple of more minutes. We're going to wrap it up. And what we do, we have a segment where we have the listeners. They write in and let us know what they want to know about MC Shan. So we have what we call our 4 favorites. So we got 4 questions for you, and they're away from hip hop, just to get to know a little bit about MC Shan. So
I love those guys.
So the first one is, give us, as a MC Shan, give us your 4 favorite R&B singers of all time.
I never listened to R&B.
No R&B? Okay. Well, 4 hip hop.
I listened to it. There was a Keith Sweat.
Okay.
There was a Teddy Riley. There was what's his name? Boys to Men.
Oh, for sure.
And then there was Dave Tolliver and his crew, the Men at Large.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. That's a solid 4 right there for sure. All right. The second question is, I know you got this one. Give us your 4 favorite comedians.
My 4 favorite comedians.
Yeah.
I Am Darrell. That's my partner.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Williams made my daughter feel so special. When I met him, he signed my daughter a shirt that said, Uncle Cat Williams, blah, 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 blah. It was like, yo, she was the hit in school. What? Cat Williams for sure.
Dope,
you know what I'm saying? I love him. He came down the hallway. He said he sent his people when we was in Vegas. He sent his people to my room. He said, go get Shan.
Yeah.
I went to his room and he said, yo, you know what he said about that thing? He said, woo-wee. What's this thing right here? This right here? He gave me a handful of this right here.
Yeah.
I love Cat forever.
I already know what it is, but Cat.
Yeah. Who else I got on my list? Who else? There's another cat that's new. He a funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
And his name is Damon Dam.
Okay.
I met him at a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? And then there's another one that's new and upcoming, Cookie Hall.
Okay.
Well, she's been doing it for a minute, but Cookie Hall, those are, and these are not people that I Am Darrell is good, and and Cat Williams, we know he's super blasted. But everybody else that I said, these are low bubblers.
Okay. I'm gonna look out for them for sure. All right.
Damon Dam and Cookie Hall.
For sure. I'm gonna definitely
yes,
look out
sir.
for them. All right. What's your 4 favorite drinks?
Moscato, and Moscato.
Moscato all
y'all
day.
don't see that? When I be on my joint, it's your man Shizzle with a whistle. 1 time for your mind, 2 time for your soul. I'm drinking a Fruit Infusion right now.
Yeah.
I got down here to Florida, and they got some new joint. Like, I never seen Fruit Infusions. So I'm drinking tropical pineapple right now.
Okay.
Whistles.
All right. For sure. And what's your 4 favorite albums of all time?
I don't have none.
You don't have no album, no favorite? Okay.
Nope.
All right.
See, when people ask me, that's like a switch up from what's your favorite artist or who's in your top 5.
Right.
And I would say that you cannot answer this question until the book of hip hop is closed. You dig what I'm saying? Because the things is going to change from this to that, and you can only measure something when it's over and done to say, well, let's evaluate this, that, and the third. Because somebody might think that Biggie was the best one. Tomorrow, somebody gonna come and knock Biggie dead off his stool. You dig what I'm saying? Somebody tomorrow gonna come and knock Tupac dead off that crown stool he got.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or any of the greats that we think are great. Somebody gonna come and knock them right off.
Well,
Chris thought he knocked me off, but he was totally freaking wrong.
He was wrong. Hey, but you know what was crazy about that, though? They have already been knocked off by a lot of the younger cats. You know what I'm saying? Because the younger cats really don't know much about them. So to them, the cats that are doing that thing today, these are their biggies. These are their pots. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right,
Yeah.
but they mumble, so ain't nobody listening to they stupid mumble rap anyway.
Hey,
who cares?
That's why we do over here. It's Yours Radio Live 97.5, everything urban, Breakfast Club in the morning, Ron Banks Night. Just real quick, before we let you go, who are some of the cats that came before you that influenced you musically?
It's only 2, Grandmaster Caz and Melly Mel. Those were the only 2 dudes at that time that was spitting rhymes that was worthy of me listening to. The rest were, yes, y'all, you don't stop. I keep on to the break of dawn. Wave your hands in the air.
Party rap.
Come on now.
Yeah, a little party
Yeah,
rap.
we were. Now I wanted to do something like Mel with white lines. You know what I'm saying? A child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. And things like Kaz, when Kaz wrote the first record ever, Sugar Hill. They stole it, but it's his.
Indeed.
Words, not just, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what made Shan come with things like, highly acclaimed that Shan, the epitome of rhyme can't dance, so you can't get rid of me. Line after line, like a cause and effect, but I first touch the mic with a 1-2 check. The hip-hop world makes the juice cool orphans, gained our respect, sealing up much coffins. I'll burn some of you new rappers out here.
Goodness, right there, man.
With
Boy,
a whole
pioneered
record.
it.
I could burn Chris with that record right there.
Yeah.
He didn't understand that a lot of them records that I did after the bridge was disses to him.
Mm-hmm.
And if you listen to him now that I'm telling you this, you'll be like, yo, he dissed you, Chris. Straight up, not split by a hyphen. Cut you so deep to what putting a knife in. You know, these are, you know what I'm saying? These are songs that I've made with his name in it over the years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he's a good matrix. He ducked them shots like what's his name? Neo. He ducked them joints like Neo, yo.
So do you think it ever happened, B? You think it ever happened? The versus joint?
It won't. And see, Chris is the type, he need to get me on stage. Why? Because when you get a nigga on, when you get a person on stage and the fanfare, he needs the fanfare. Oh, say yes, crowd participation. I don't do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I kill you with my words, shorty. I never did a show where I dance. I don't have dancers because I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't do all of that. My words kill you. But see, Chris will kill me in a show because he's one of the greatest entertainers that there is.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Big Daddy Kane, Day Fresh, and a couple of others. You can't touch their show. I can tell you straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, I can't touch your show.
But lyrically.
Lyric show, I will blaze you every way from sideways to up and down, and whatever direction you want to go. You want to go catty corner, homie? I'll tell them like this. Use the use the hip-hop Cyrano de Bergerac. Not only are your flows, but your words are whack. Now, what I want y'all to do, everybody out there that's listening, I want you to go look up Cyrano de Bergerac, and I guarantee you're gonna fall to the floor laughing just knowing who this guy is and knowing who I'm talking about. Cyrano de Bergerac. You don't even have to know how to spell it. Just tell Google. Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah, definitely gotta Google that, Joy, because I ain't even trying to spell that for sure.
Now, I'm telling you, go ahead and you're gonna laugh. You got a phone in your hand right now before we get off? Go ahead. I want to hear you laugh.
Shit.
I know you got a phone in your hand somewhere. Somebody in the studio just Google Cyrano de Bergerac so I can get a laugh out y'all real quick before we cut off. Come on now.
Cheerio. I gotta say it.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Cyrano who?
De Bergerac.
De Bergerac. Cyrano de Bergerac. Okay, there it is. It just popped up.
What he got?
It's a play.
Oh, big nose!
Oh, come on, yo, you wild, yo.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, you're
a hip-hop Cyrano de Bergerac.
Wow,
Not only are your flows, but your words are rack, son.
Yo. It's the legend, MC Shan, with us on the live line, about to break up out of here. Let everybody know, man, where they can follow you at on Instagram and on your social media.
MC Shan 1. MC Shan with a #1 is my Instagram, and I'm guaranteed to keep you laughing, or I'm going to give you some knowledge, or I'm just going to be an idiot.
My man. Look,
and you never know which one I'm going to be that day.
But listen, brother, I appreciate your time again, man. I know you with the family and everything. I heard you doing it that. Did you say you had a crab in your pocket?
Yeah, I had crabs in my pocket. I had to put them back. My son's got crabs. They was crab racing last night. Yeah, yo, you got crabs? No, I don't got crabs. I got crabs, but I don't got crabs.
Well, I'd rather be in your pocket than in your drawers, man. You know what I mean?
No. It's like because he got hermit crabs, and I had to pick them up and go put them in because he put it on the ground, and it's about to run off. I paid money for that crab. You ain't going to let it just run off like that. So I picked it up and put it in my pocket.
For sure. You got to do what you got to do, man. Just don't cook it. You know what I mean?
He keeping it as a pet. I'm gonna let them do crab races. If anybody want to see what a crab race look like, a hermit crab race look like, go to my Instagram. Last night they was out here crab racing on the picnic table.
That's dope, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. You're doing with the family, man. You know, and these things.
Everybody needs to do that.
No doubt.
Especially us being black, we are so separated from our kin. Yep. That, you know what I'm saying, you might see your cousin in the street and don't even know it's your cousin because we're so disconnected.
For sure. Again, MC Shan, Legends Edition. We appreciate you, good brother, man. Get back out there with the family, man. Enjoy yourself, man. We'll rap again.
I appreciate y'all for talking to me. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt. Peace, brother.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir.
Out.
I'm the baseball king, I'm the bully, my city, my shit. Now it's stop, this is Long Island on the mountain. Baby, you know, and I put you in the train. Come play me, mommy, and it's go, the big man. But then you feel the reason, other memory you need.